So this is a big celebration of everything that has been going on in Polkadot in the last 4 years. There's going to be a global online hackathon. There's going to be physical meetups all around the world. There's going to be a big social media campaign. And we're seeing some serious buy-in from the Web3 Foundation, first signals from Parity that they're also participating. And so in this video, I want to brief you on what it is, basically, everything we know right now, and what is the plan and what we can expect to see. So let's dive right in. And how we're going to look at this is that I'm going to show you the forum post, because this is the place right now to get all the updates, and then of course also on Twitter. So what is the Polkadot 2.0 launch party? It is a campaign that will celebrate the launch of Polkadot 2.0, and it will be created in a way where the whole community, all the teams that are participating in Polkadot, that are building in Polkadot, will have an opportunity to show what they have. The community can connect. That can be physical events. You can connect online. You can talk with others, meet with others. And so we're going to go through all of those pillars. I will update you on the latest state, and I will tell you when it is planned to happen. So there is 3 pillars to everything. So there is going to be some coordinated activities, and then it's a completely permissionless event. So in the sense of Polkadot, that will allow anyone to participate in any manner. So the first key pillar is the global online hackathon. And what that means, it is an online hackathon. So it's not localized. It's not forced to one specific location. It's not just 1 or 2 or 3 days. It's a 1-month hackathon. It's global. It's online. Everyone can participate. And the idea is that there is going to multiple tracks that highlight everything that you can do in Polkadot. You can pick many of the SDKs that exist. So that can be the Polkadot SDK itself. It can be Puppy, the biggest SDK that we're seeing right now. And it can also be Apilon, it can be Ink, it can be Pop. And so people can pick whatever they feel comfortable with. If they want to really go into building a chain, they can do that with Polkadot SDK and Pop. If they want to build smart contracts, they can build Rust smart contracts with Ink, or they can build EVM-like smart contracts with Solidity, PVM, EVM. So anything is possible, right? There's going to be different tracks, and you will see a few updates on the hackathon a little bit further down. And the idea is really, and that goal leads into our second arc, the physical meetups and events. So that does not have to be anything big and magical. In your region of the world, if in your town you already know some people, or in your city you know some people that are also interested in Polkadot, you can just get together with them at a local bar or restaurant. You can meet like in a closed room if that's what you want to do, and talk about Polkadot. You can have presentations if you want. If in your region there's already regular meetups, maybe you want to organize something bigger. And because it is a whole month in which we hold this campaign, you have a lot of freedom in choosing what you want to organize, right? So the invitation really here is, if you're keen about Polkadot and if you want to excite others about Polkadot, you can start thinking about organizing something in your region, or reaching out to the people that you know are already excited about Polkadot and maybe doing something together. And it can be a very simple thing, just meeting, but it also, of course, connects to the global online hackathon. So because there is a hackathon and it goes over the time span of 1 month, it really gives everyone the opportunity to explore. So if you've been thinking about building something in Polkadot, this might be the month where you can get something done. This might be the month where you can reach out globally online, but it can also be where maybe at your local meetup, you find someone who is interested in participating in whatever it is. You can show it off through the course of that 1 month, what you're building, and invite others to test it out, to try it out. And maybe at some of the events you want to show off what you have, or you meet at a local hackerspace, etc. Right? And then the third pillar is going to be an online campaign. So there will be a website highlighting everything and giving all the details, right? So the idea here really is that everyone can get involved. If you are a Polkadot developer that is active, you might want to try out a few things. If you're external to Polkadot, it's maybe your first time you try something out. If you have been a user of Polkadot in the past, but I don't know, you didn't pay attention, you were becoming active in other ecosystems, it might is an invitation, an opportunity to try out a Polkadot again and see everything that has happened in the last 4 years. And if you're like a member of the community, you might want to meet with other people, educate them, or just learn everything, right? So there will be social media activities. So that's the basic package, right? And that is only at the core of all of those things. But because it is permissionless, because anyone can participate, it can mean for parachain teams that they, of course, want the hackathon participants to try out their chain, right? So they might participate in showing off what they have. It can mean for SDK teams that they participate in the hackathon. It can mean for people building off-chain infrastructure, indexes, that they invite people to use their indexes to grab the data and do something interesting with it. So there is a lot of room for creativity and freedom. And it's permissionless. So whatever you feel like could be fun for that month or could connect and click with other parts, I think there's a really fun opportunity to stress test the ecosystem, to bring people together, to create new excitement for Polkadot, especially with the alt season that we have incoming. So that's the basic package. And now we have a few updates to share. So this idea was proposed a month ago, and you can see there's already quite some activity in the forum. So for the hackathon pillar, we have Rada from the Web3 Foundation, who started coordinating a little bit internally, started proposing this. So, and we see some initial buy-in from the Web3 Foundation that they want to support this. What we see here is, for example, Polkadot deployment portal. So this new roll-up as a service infrastructure that is being developed within Polkadot. So for people that actually want to build a chain on Polkadot, there's already some infrastructure to make it easy. Existing parachains might want to try out to establish DOT as a universal payment token, or to start participating in the unified address format, right? So this whole overall ecosystem arc towards going to Polkadot Cloud is also something where teams within the ecosystem that might not have touched some parts, like making DOT a potential payment token on their chain, or switching to a unified address format so that we have one address for the whole ecosystem, that might be an opportunity to join in, right? So Rada from the Web3 Foundation is helping with the hackathon. We have the Polkadot Roots initiative that is allowing us to coordinate with all the regional teams that are already organizing meetups. So the Roots initiative will reach out to those teams. We'll be sending them briefings about how they can participate, what things we can do. And then for the social and marketing side, the social media editorial board and Distractive will be on board and also supporting this activity. So yeah, that was the status 2 weeks ago. And then just today, we got this update from the Web3 Foundation in terms of what kinds of activities they see, right? So there is the hackathon framed at 4 to 6 weeks. And we can engage with some of so there is a list of ideas of what kind of hackathon platforms we can use. We can have workshops, so parts of the core technology developers at Parity could be hosting workshops. So there is no like hard commitments or hard statements about what exactly it is. There's currently discussions going on, and it's basically every team can decide if they want to participate. So it's basically if everyone contributes a little bit, we get a very big package of what we can do. It can be developer support. So if we get new developers during the hackathons trying out stuff, it will also be a stress test on how does the support infrastructure work. And so there's the Polkadot Discord, there's Telegram, there's Element. So there's different channels through which developers can engage. And then it's also an opportunity to forge new connections between parachain teams, between Parity, between the Web3 Foundation. And this is hot. There is the idea of maybe a new spamming. So the spamming last year in December showed a world record in terms of transactions per second globally, like for all Web3 ecosystems, for all blockchain ecosystems, with 140,000 transactions per second that were shown the Kusama network, which is technically the same as Polkadot. And so here the idea is, can we do another spamming, another record or something groundbreaking where we show what Polkadot is capable of doing, right? So these are the news. This is the basics of what we have right now. This is a 10-minute brief on the Polkadot 2.0 launch party. When is it happening? There is no hard date at the moment. We are looking at like maybe September or October. But like we are coordinating with a lot of partners right now. We have formed this core team. And what we do right now is we start reaching out to teams, start inviting them. Of course, it's a voluntary effort. It's a decentralized ecosystem. But the invitation is now going out to those teams. And yeah, if you hear about this the first time, I think now is the time to think about how could we participate, and just start sharing the idea with others. I think it's a great opportunity at the start of this bull season to inject Polkadot into the conversation, to show everyone has tuned out, to show them that Polkadot is alive and has been doing exceptional work in the last 4 years in terms of what we have been building, in terms of the projects that pulled through, and actually made something happen in the last 4 years. And we have a lot of great parachains to show. We have a lot of great projects to show that are building on Polkadot. So this is our opportunity to shine a light on that and showcase that. And yeah, so that's the invitation. There will be more updates coming in the next few days, weeks. But this is a start. Feel free to leave any questions you have in the comments so that we can answer them. And then, of course, follow on Twitter and on YouTube so that you can stay in the loop. So the forum here is, I will post the link here. But of course, you can follow on Twitter at @AlisonBob and on YouTube, subscribe. And yeah, this is where we go from. And then I hope we can make